Guys, welcome to my collection of indoor plants. Today I've gathered most of my indoor plants together in this room and I wanted to share with you my personal favorite list of 5 indoor plants that work great for decorations. Number 1 on our list is peace lily. The beautiful thing about this plant is its foliage. So it has big broad leaves which work great for indoor decorations because most of other plants that have big foliage leaves are palms and they grow really big. So this one can grow in a small pot and you can put it on a stool like this one that I got from Amazon for about 500 rupees I think, and they would grow really quickly. The only problem with peace lily is that if you can see these brown tips, this happens because of irregular watering. So the trick is that you touch the soil and see if it sticks to your finger. Now if it sticks to your finger, that means it's moist, it does not need water. But if it doesn't stick to your finger, that means it needs water. So every time you follow this, that if the soil is moist, don't water. But if the soil is dry, you add water. These yellow tips or these brown tips would not develop. So if you see relatively the newer leaves do not have those tips, that means lately I've been doing fine job with watering this. For lighting, this plant grows well even in low lighting. However, it would not bloom. That means it won't develop flowers if it is not in the bright light. So you can keep it in a bright spot of your room if you want to have those white, beautiful peace lily flowers. Otherwise, it'll do fine in a dark corner. Not really very dark, but somewhat not a bright spot of your room as well. So the second one on our list are ferns. Now there are 2 varieties of most common ferns that are available in India. One is the Boston fern, this one. And the second one is this Foxtail fern. Now, the requirement for both of these ferns are almost similar. They need bright spot but not direct sunlight. They need moist soil. But the Foxtail fern can still tolerate low lights. So if you have a spot that does not get a lot of light, but you want to have this nice fern, then you can have the Foxtail fern. If you have a spot that gets good light, not harsh sun, go for this Boston fern, especially in your washrooms. Trust me, they look great in the bathroom. And the thing is that because they love moisture or humidity, the leaves would be yellow, bright, and the foliage would increase considerably in the bathroom. They love it. So you can hang it if you like, or you can just keep it on a table. The next plant on my list is rubber plant. So this is the Indian rubber plant, which is most commonly available in India. The best thing about them is this dark burgundy color that they have, and I really like it. If you're looking for adding some height in some spot of your room, I think rubber plants are great. And if you want that it shouldn't have only one stem, you want more of lateral growth, you can just chop the stem at the top and the lateral stems would start growing. The only problem with rubber plant is it's really slow in growing. So if you have patience, go for rubber plant. But if you want a plant that is growing really quickly and has a more spread, go for peace lily or the ferns. The basic requirement of rubber plant is also similar to any other indoor plant. It requires moist soil and a space that gets bright light but no direct harsh sunlight. The next plant is Croton. Now there are a lot of species of Croton that are available in India. So the color of the leaves is dependent on what species of Croton you have. So look, this one is flowering. They look beautiful with the color. I mean the leaves are good enough, but they also have these beautiful flowers, which comes out when you're giving the plant the proper conditions that it needs, which is again moist soil and a space that has bright light. Now they're also tolerant to somewhat darker space, by which I mean that it's semi-shaded, it doesn't get a lot of bright light. But if you want them to bloom and grow in size and have a lot of leaves, put them in a spot which is brighter but does not get direct sunlight. The other thing with crotons is that they require well-draining soil. Most of the indoor plants do require well-draining soil, but this one specifically, like the fern, is very sensitive to water clogging. So if you have soil which stores water for a very long time, the leaves might start dropping off. So it's important that you ensure the soil is well-draining in croton plant. The next and the last plant on my list is the money plant. Money plant among all of these 5 plants is one which can of course be grown in water, and it grows really quickly. All that you have to do is take a cutting and put it in water. Even one leaf can develop roots. But I would recommend that put them in soil if it's possible. They do not require a lot of soil. Let me show you. See, this plant, I started from cuttings about 2 months back, and look at the foliage. It has developed very quickly and it looks really beautiful on the top of my bookshelf. One slightly different thing about money plant is that if you place them in sun, they will develop lighter color leaves. So if you look at this, I really like this yellow tinge that the leaves have developed. Of course, the color of the leaves is also largely dependent on what species of money plant or pothos that you're using. There are about 3 to 4 species that are commonly found in India, but most of them will become lighter in color if you place them in a spot that gets sunlight. For watering for this plant, I would recommend that let the soil become much drier. For the rest of the plants, if the soil is somewhat moist, you can still water again. But for this one, if you want it to grow quickly and develop beautiful leaves, I would recommend that let the soil dry out completely. It should really feel dry, and only then add water. And then just wait and watch, your plant would look beautiful. So that's all for my list of indoor plants for decoration. However, before I leave, I would like to share 2 very important tips that I think are important for indoor plants. First, have a sense of light in your room. I do not mean tube light, I mean sunlight, because plants are sensitive to various wavelengths of the sunlight. So once you know what part of the room gets a lot of sunlight, what part of the room does not get any light, you can plan your plants accordingly. The second thing important is that when you're shifting your plants from outdoor to indoor, give them time to acclimatize or to get adapted to indoor conditions. By which I mean that let's say there is a peace lily that was kept outside and you want to shift it inside. Now don't do that immediately. For about 3 to 4 days, let's say, give it 3 to 4 hours of indoor treatment. So every day in the day you can keep it for 3 to 4 hours inside and then shift it outside again. Now eventually you can gradually shift the plant inside. The reason for this is that the inside and outside light condition, humidity, wind speed, all of these weather conditions are very different. And if you shift the plant immediately inside at one go, it might undergo a shock and eventually die. So if you don't want the plant to undergo a shock, it is a good practice that you give it time to get conditioned to indoor conditions. So that's all I have for today's video. If you would like to see more of videos on indoor plants, do let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe.